Skeleton. Hands down, skeleton. Pop rocks or nerds? Nerds. Except for I really want to do a pop rock eating video. I need to find some, because I know it's gonna be fun. Okay. Vampire or werewolf? Werewolf, I think. And I'm gonna tell you why. They're not always in wolf form, you know? They can control themselves a bit better. They're not just gonna suck your blood and you know what I mean? Okay, scary or gory? Scary or gory? When it comes to real life, scary, because I don't handle blood well in person, like, but cinematically, definitely gore, because I understand how special effects makeup works, so then I can compartmentalize it, but I have an overactive imagination when it comes to scary things, like, so, gory, I guess. Hayride or corn maze? Hayride or corn maze? I think corn maze. Hayrides are bumpy. And you can go for sleigh rides at Christmas, but you can't go on the corn maze at Christmas because there's snow on the ground. So corn maze, 100%. Scary costume or fun costume? Fun costume every single time. I'm like mediocre at special effects makeup, and I think it's super fun, but I'm also kind of the person that's like, let's just have a laugh. So, funny costume, I think. Trick or treat or hand out candy? Hand out candy, I think. When I was younger, it was definitely trick or treat, because it was like, who wants to hand out candy? And like, when you're young, the kids at the door could like take advantage of you and steal your candy, but as an adult, that's likely not gonna happen. And it's warm inside, because I live in Canada. Halloween is always cold, so cold. It usually snows, and you have to, like, when you're younger, for sure, you have to put on your like snowsuit, and then your costume's not even out anyway. Anyway, okay. Pumpkin seeds or pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie, hands down. I don't even know if I've like ever actually eaten a pumpkin seed, but I do have some pumpkins, so I can try it, because I'm in my homemaker stage. So, you know. Okay, Freddy or Jason? So I know I made these questions, but I don't know. I don't really know the difference. Freddy, because I know he has that like striped red and brown sweater, and I think the sweater's cute, and he has like the mask, right? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, cemetery or haunted house? Haunted house. Cemeteries don't really scare me, and I think it's like inappropriate to like party at them and stuff, because like, what are you doing? But haunted houses can be fun, especially if they're like theatrical haunted houses, where it's not actually like a haunted house, but it's a haunted house. You pick it up and lay it down. You know what I mean? Haunted house, for sure. Up next, mummy or zombie? Mummy, I think. Let's get some like Egyptian magic occurring, okay? Like zombies. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, caramel apple or caramel popcorn? Do you say caramel or caramel? I usually say caramel, but for the purposes of ASMR, I drag it out and say caramel. Caramel popcorn's better than a caramel apple. I said what I said. Strange or weird? Strange or weird? There's a fuzzy on my mic, and it tickled my mouth. But strange or weird? Weird. Because I can handle weird. Strange is kind of like, are you gonna hurt this is a tough one because if I went to Hogwarts, would J.K. Rowling get any monetization from it? Like, ethically, Halloween Town. But if I took away any previous knowledge that I have, and I just had to specifically choose from the architecture, etc., Halloween Town, I think. Actually, yeah, Halloween Town. Yeah. Okay. Scary or creepy? Creepy, I think. The Conjuring or Paranormal Activity? The Conjuring. I don't know, I'm not really into scary movies. So if I had to pick neither of them, in my defense, when I was making these questions, I didn't think I was gonna pick the answer, but then I thought that that would be a better video if I said my answer. So yeah. Up next, we have Frankenstein's monster or a ghoul. Frankenstein's monster, hands down, because he can learn to love, okay? Like, he wants to humanize himself. That's all I'm saying. Sour Patch Kids or Swedish berries? Swedish berries, oh my goodness, so good. But I love Sour Patch Kids as well, but like, if I had to pick, you know what I mean? Sexy Halloween party or traditional party? Traditional, get out of here. I know I wrote these questions myself, but like, get my head out of the gutter. Orange or black? Black. I'm definitely a black person, but I do really like orange, especially orange eyeshadow, pumpkins, oranges themselves. There's a hair on my shoulder. Okay, sorry. Creepy or crawly? Dare I say crawly? You can kill them if they're crawly. M&M's or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Every time. I love peanut butter. Yummy. Cursed or damned? Cursed. Cursed for sure, because you can break the curse, but you ain't getting out of being damned. Blood or bones? That's a hard one. Bones. Unless it's of my loved ones, and then I would rather be blood because maybe I can still like save them. But if I just like had to like put my hand in blood or touch a bone, I think I would touch a bone, especially if it's like clean, you know. Tombstone or gravestone? Gravestone. Tombstone, you don't know what's behind that door. Crypt or lair? The crypt, because I like how that sounds, and it sounds a little bit like more educated and like sophisticated than lair, like, you know what I mean? Okay, multiple mini chocolate bars or one full-size chocolate bar? Multiple mini chocolate bars, and I'll tell you why. I'm lactose intolerant. Sometimes milk chocolate can really get me going. So if I have multiple mini chocolate bars, I can spread it out safely, and you can also have multiple different kinds instead of just one kind. And you can have multiple little snacks instead of one big snack. So that's all I'm saying. Okay, next. All Hallows Eve or Samhain? Because I can barely pronounce Samhain, I think I'm still saying it wrong. I'm gonna pick that one because it sounds fancy like, brush that off. Glow in the dark or the shadows. Glow in the dark. I'm afraid of the dark a little bit. Just a little bit. A candy necklace or a ring pop. Ooh, a ring pop. A mask or face paint. Face paint. Original chips or salt and vinegar. If any of you say original chips and besties or friends off, because salt and vinegar is the obvious answer. But what I used to do when I would get original chips for Halloween is I would either put vinegar in the bag and like shake it up, or this is really gross, and my sister started doing it, so I did it. Okay, like my older sister, just put some ketchup on them, just a little bit, and then they taste better. I'm disgusted now that I'm admitting it, but it's what happened. Okay. Superstitious or supernatural. Superstitious. Like, one part of me wants like all the stories to be true and like da 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 da, and another part of me would prefer to continue to live my silly little life, oblivious, happy that that's not real, you know what I mean? Like, romantically that would be fun, but realistically, no thank you. Okay, next one. Undead or inhuman. Inhuman. Every time. Small monster or big monster. This is a tough one because it's like dogs. Little dogs are more vicious than big dogs. Big dogs are big cuddly bears, but a big monster could just be real scary, and a small monster you could like maybe get rid of it faster or summon a small monster for safety. Thriller or monster mash. Thriller. You know what I mean? Wicked or sinister. Wicked. Rats or snakes. Rats every single time. I don't do snakes. Wormy or waxy. Waxy, I think. Scream or the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, get it together. Wicked or wild. Wicked. Because maybe you could talk some sense into them. If they're wild, there's no coming back from that. Okay, next, Starburst or Haichu. Starburst. I'm a red Starburst kind of gal. I like all the Starbursts, but red's my favorite, and pink's okay. Like, I like pink as well, but red's the best. So, black licorice or red licorice. Red licorice. I don't like black licorice. It's too bitter, because I'm the kind of person that like either really likes sweet or sour candy. The sweeter the better. The sourer the better. So, yeah. Moonlight or darkness. Moonlight. Howling or screaming. Howling, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you hear some howling in the distance, you don't need to go check up on that. That's clearly like some wolves, something off in the forest. Not my business. But if I hear screaming, am I gonna have to call the police? Am I gonna need to go investigate? Does someone need help? I don't know. Am I probably not in the mood? So howling is like less, because I don't really have to deal with it. I'm just gonna hear it, and that's okay. You know what I mean? So, yeah. White magic or dark magic? Okay. So, I'm gonna say dark magic, but I know that, like, ethically I should say white magic, because that means I'm good and, like, pure and stuff. But what's the point of having magic if I'm not gonna be able to, like, stir some stuff up and be able to do it looming danger, I think, because I could maybe still stop it from happening. And I'm constantly anxious, so like that wouldn't really like add on anything. I'd still feel like the way I feel anyway. But if it was an inherent danger, I'd have to like think on my feet and like really get to the bottom of things. And I don't really want to do that. So there's that. Next question. This one is a tough one. Kit Kat or Twix? Kit Kat or Twix? Twix. Because they have caramel in it. The little caramel wafer. Yummy. Okay, Vampire Slayer or Ghost Hunter? Vampire Slayer, because you have to be a little more athletic than a Ghost Hunter. Ghost Hunter is more sciencey. And like there looks like there has to be like a lot of heavy lifting. And you know, Vampire Slayer, you just get to be like physically fit and like wear like a long trench coat. It doesn't seem like you're gonna have like a lot of calls to like get up, you know, it's kind of like more on your own time. So Vampire Slayer for those reasons. Seance or Ouija board? A seance, I think. I don't really mess with Ouija boards, you know. In the movies, it never ends well for anyone. I mean, seances don't always, but there's been more positive seances than Ouija boards. So that's where I'm at. Halloween party or bonfire? Bonfire is like my initial reaction. I think it's just because I'm getting old and Halloween parties are like meh, I don't know. Okay, the Headless Horseman or Slimer? Slimer? No, the Headless Horseman. The Headless Horseman. Yeah. Jack or Sally? Sally. Because power to the women. A pumpkin or a turnip? A pumpkin. I'm not a big fan of turnips. Like, I don't like the way that they taste. Taffy or bubblegum? Taffy, I think. But I'm also like, I really like bubblegum, but if I had to choose, probably taffy, if like I was given the option. Because I can just go out and buy gum. That's acceptable to just have gum around all the time, but I can't just have taffy. Like, I could, but it's like bad for your health, you know. Frankenweenie or Zero? Frankenweenie every time. A scarecrow or a Tin Man? A scarecrow. Tin Man sounds loud. Butterfinger or Snickers? Snickers. Knocking or doorbell? If there's a doorbell, you best believe I'm gonna use it. I have anxiety, okay? Like, I'm not gonna on someone's door, because how hard do you do it? Stressful. Purple or black? Black. A Quiet Place or The Shining? A Quiet Place. So good. Witch's hat or witch's broom? A broom, I think. I don't really like the hat. It seems like it's gonna be hard to come in and out of some doorways. Masquerade ball or costume parade? Masquerade ball. Sounds like a fun time. Ninja or princess? Ninja. What about Ninja Princess? Much to consider. Caramel or chocolate? Most of the